Okay, good evening children. Welcome you all to the ICT class, my dear. Right, so first of all, wish you all a happy new year, my dear. So how's the new year today? Good?
Yeah, sir. Good.
Good. And today, did you get your marks? Today, term test marks for schools?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet. Okay, right. So today we are going to see your paper. Right, so today we're going to discuss your paper. Let's take a look. So what is your paper and their answers there, right? Okay. Right, Pute. The first question is about, so what is the false state about the computer evolution, Pute? Right, so which one is the correct answer, Pute? Which is wrong, Vishwa here? Yes, Pute? Second one. Which one?
First one?
First one. Okay, in this one here, the 1962, the Blaise Pascal invented the adding machine. In 1942, Blaise Pascal, that one, okay, right, here is the Pascal line. Then invented the punch card of the man named Joseph Jacquard, and the invention of the Mark I calculated by the man named Howard Aiken. Right, so here, so this question, there is something wrong here, but it should be the not just false, it should be the true statement. Right, so it should be with this one. Okay, that's the one. So the punch card invented by Joseph Jacquard Deputy. Right? Okay, number two. So what is the example for a data? So data means raw facts, raw facts which we can process. We can use for processing, right? So what is the data here, Bhute? Which one is the data? Yes, Sanuki? It's the marks. So marks we consider as the data, then the weather report, and the weather analysis report, the average marks, and those kind of things we consider as the information. So the data is put here is this one. Right? Third one. So what is this machine put here? Yes, we use for exams. Yes? Is that MICR, OCR, OMR or barcode reader? This machine put there? It is used for what? For the mark analysis or to mark the papers. So what is this one, Pute? Is the OMR. That's the OMR machine, optical mark recognition here. Okay. Here with the number 4. What is an input device that can be used to computerize a large number of printed document in English in a short time to be reviewed and edited? Yes. What is the device? OCR. Optical character reader, or the recognition there. Number 5. What is the incorrect statement about the 4th generation? Pute, what is the technology used in the 4th generation? Yes, for 4th generation, what is the technology, Pute?
Processor.
Microprocessors. Then Pute, 2nd generation? Yes, Advika, Chatumi? Is the transistors, right? So transistors there, right? So here today we are asking here about the 4th generation computers. What is the incorrect statement about the 4th generation? So you should know the features. So you can see there is a table which is given in your textbook. So in that one contain most of the details. So according to this one, which is the answer? Incorrect statement is what? So easy. Which one? Is the integrated circuit, number 1, neither. So in the 4th generation, we use the microprocessors. Then here it says integrated circuit is the wrong answer. Okay? Right. Number 6. Which of the following is not a main function of the CPU? Okay, so CPU, there are 3 parts, ALU, CU and memory registers. Now here this is asking which is not a. So from the CPU, can you enter the data? No, you can't. So you can't enter the data from the CPU. It processes the data. It processes the data here. Number 7. What is not a characteristic of a quality information? Now the features of the information, quality information is what? This one. It should be relevance, not irrelevance. Right? Number 8. Which of the following is not the character of a distance education? Now you also in this class of a distance education system. Now you are in a different place and here you are joined to one place. Right? So this is another way of distance learning. So here this asking is not a characteristic of a distance education. So what is the disadvantages of the distance education? So mainly it's little bit expensive. It's expensive, right? So because we need to buy cameras, we need to buy some devices. So therefore we need some money. Okay, so therefore you need expense there. Okay, number 9. Okay, but the following of some are facilities provided by the various parties in the education sector to the LMS. Okay, so what is that? The facility that students can obtain from the above information are what? Which one are there with it? Yes? So the ability to watch video related past lessons, the ability to update school information, ability to get the response of the problem using distance forums. So according to this, which one is we can take it? Okay, so from this one, you can watch the previous lessons, previous recordings. So that's one of the features. Now, is it related to students? Yes, A is related to students. B put A, ability to update school information. Can you do that by a student? No, ne? So student can't do the B put A. And ability to respond problems in discussion forums. That is you can do. That is A and C. Right? A and C. Number 10. An improper result of using information technology is what is called the disadvantages. So what is the disadvantage of ICT today? Is the addiction, right? So addiction is there. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, but number 11, a device used to display information and enter data. Which device is that? A device which can enter the data and we can display the data both. So it's asking which is the most suitable for the input and output.
Tablet.
Tablet we can use for that. Number 12 would take. The information processed in the computer system can be output in the following ways. So which are the following one we can use to take the output? So we can take that output.
Copy.
Which one would they?
Fourth one.
Fourth one is as a soft copy, or is as a hard copy, or is as a audio. So we can take a soft copy as some of the documents in your screens. So the hard copy we can take it as from the printers. Those kind of things we can take it there. Number 13. How many bits are there in the 3 bytes?
24.
24.
24 bits. So we know 8 bits equal to 1 byte. So 3 bytes means 8 into 3 would take 24. Number 14. So what was not a reason for the discontinuation of the floppy disk?
None of the above.
None of the above. Okay. Then the next one, solid media is an example of a data storage device. So which one is that? Okay.
Fourth one.
Yeah, solid media of this one is today is the memory card. Neither floppy disk is a magnetic media. Then this one also a magnetic media. This is also there. So a solid one Pute, is the memory card. Tell me another example for solid media, Pute. Another example for solid media device.
Sir, what is solid media?
Solid media, Pute, means it doesn't have any device, or you don't need any device to operate. Example, if you take a CD, Pute, so you need a CD-ROM. In a solid state, Pute, there is a circuit there. The examples is Pute, pen drive. So for the pen drive, do you need any device? No, Pute, you just need to plug it. You need to plug for that, but to the USB port, then you can use it, right? So there, Pute, the memory card, your external hard disk, external SSD hard disk. So they are the solid state medias and the pen drives. Clear? Okay? Yeah, SSD.
Sir,
Yes, Pute.
we can also take SSD cards too.
Yeah, SSD card we can consider as the solid state media. SSD hard drives, these comes as the one. So if you take some external hard disk, it's which kind of media? We consider as it's a magnetic media. So there are two kind of external hard disks. So there are some of the external hard disks. There is a motor. There's a motor is coming working that. So that is considered as a what? A magnetic media. But nowadays we are having the SSD external hard disk. So those are we consider as a solid state media. Okay, right. Number 16. Now, an example of computer classification according to design technology. According to technology, what are the types of computers were there? According to technology?
Hybrid.
Yeah, hybrid. What is the other two were there?
Digital.
The digital computers, analog computers, and the hybrid. So, according to technology, there are three kinds of computers: analog, digital, and hybrid. So, here this asking which belongs to the technology. The answer is Pute, hybrid. Number 17. In which generation of computers were operating systems with graphical interface card or the graphical interface or the GUIs introduced? So for that one, you should know there are the generations.
Third
So
generation.
Yes?
Third generation.
Third generation of the fourth generation. With the fourth generations comes.
Fourth generation.
Fourth generation, right? Okay. Number 18. Now, you also may do this one because, so Nimal removed the LCD screen. Now, you also have a LCD monitor, right? A screen from the computer and install a LED screen. Now, you remove the LCD and you are going to buy a LED monitor or the LED screen. What are the reasons for that? Why is going from LCD to LED? Okay.
ABC.
So it's to give you high resolution. That's the one reason. That's correct. And the color need to be displayed well. Yes, that's also
Fourth one.
reason. Fourth one. So screen need to be visible from all directions. That also can be done by the LED. So therefore, all of the A, B, C. Right? Number 19. When considering the LCD screen, which is not a characteristic of a CRT screen. Now, you should know what are the difference between LCD and the CRT. CRT means cathode ray tube. Yes? So, which is that one? It's slowing down. Okay. Right? 20. Select the incorrect statement from the following statement. So it's about the optical medias. I think all of you know about the medias. So a DVD has more capacity than CD. Is that right? First one.
No?
No?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Bude. So can you tell me, Bude, what is the capacity of a DVD? So DVD, Bude, is 4.7 GB, right? CD is 700 MB. So which one is more? DVD or CD more?
DVD.
DVD, that's correct. A CD RW is rewritable. RW is what? Rewritable. That is also correct.
Fourth one.
Fourth one. Nebode. Look at this third statement. A CD-R is a disk that can only be written once. That was correct. Floppy disks are suitable for long-term storage? No. So we can't keep our data for a long period in the floppy disk. That's why they have removed from the use, and now most of the people are using pen drives. So therefore, the answer is the fourth one. Number 21. So an example of collision printing machine. So it can printing with the
Dot matrix.
dot matrix printers. So we can take dot matrix printers. So Kude, what are the advantages of a dot matrix printer? Tell me. Now example, for a shop, which printer you recommend? Example, now you are going to start maybe a business. Because you all do the A level, O level and A level, and you are a now good business person. You have good business, computer business or software business you are doing. So for that company, you are going to buy a printer. So which printer you are going to buy for this? Laser, dot matrix or inkjet? And you have to give me what are the reasons for that. Now we say you are having a computer shop which you are selling the computer parts. We just say you are selling pen drives, cameras, laptops, those things you are selling to the customers. Okay, think about now I am coming to your shop to buy a laptop. Now you want to give me a bill, eh? So you need to give for the customer a bill. So which printer you recommend from this? Yes, Tanu? Which printer is best, Binuka?
Laser printer.
Laser. Reasons?
Because it's have high quality picture quality and color.
Color. Pute, for the bill, do you need the colors? Tell me. Do you really need the colors? Normally you don't need, right? So, now in your shop today, we just think you need to keep a copy for you, ne? Now, and you have to give a copy for the customer also. And you have to send a copy for the stock department. Okay, so that one. So you need to take 3 copies. So if you use a laser, how many copies you need to take today? You need to take 3 copies. But today, if you use a dot matrix printer, so there are some papers which come with white color, yellow color, and today maybe and the pink color. So the white color will give for the customer, green color or maybe the pink color will keep it under you, and another one will send the yellow color will send to the stock. So you can take 3 at once using a dot matrix printer. because there's a header hit on the paper and it print the bills in the 3 papers at once. And it is also cost effective. It's cheaper. So you need to have only a ribbon. But if you are using a laser, you need to take 3. So you cannot print 3 at once, but you print 3 separately, one after another. So therefore, the dot matrix is the best. Okay? Clear? Right. 22. The printer which used the dry ink toner. What is that? Dry ink toners we are using which printers? Toners are where we can find in which printer?
Inkjet printers.
Toners. Inkjet printers we use cartridges, nebute. Dot matrix printers we using a carbon ribbon.
Laser printer.
Yeah, laser printers we are using toners. Toners are we using the laser printers. Okay? Right. This picture following is a non-volatile memory unit used in the computer. What is this one?
RAM.
Is this a RAM or the ROM? It's a ROM. ROM chip. It's a ROM. Right? Do you understand? So why they use the dot matrix printers in the shops? Okay, so they can take the 3 at once. That's easy, right? Okay. 24 good day. Which of the following statement is false regarding the dot matrix printer? False. So we have discussed in the earlier question as well. It used the ink ribbon. Yes, that is correct. Is it giving you high quality print copies are not available?
Yes.
Read it properly. High quality printed copies are not available. So it says not giving high quality printout. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's wrong, Pute. Is it giving you high quality? It says high quality print copies are not available. That is true, ne, Pute? Then makes loud noise when activated. That is also true. And will it cost more? So the maintenance cost is high in the dot matrix. No, but it's cheaper because you need to put a ribbon. But if you consider the laser printers and your inkjet printers, we just say sometimes your inkjet printer, we say you have HP printer. Those toners are when you want to put a new toners or you want to put a new cartridges in those printers, the printer cost equal for that. We just say your printer is 10,000. We just example is 10,000 or 8,000. Now you want to put a new cartridges, black colors and the color. There are 3 color cartridges you need to put. So if you put all together the cost, it also 8,000. Just have a look. Just take a look. Go to shops and ask what is the price of those cartridges, original cartridges. So it's equal to the printer cost. So you can buy a new printer from that cost. But for this one with so it says it costs a lot to get the printed copies. No, that is not correct. As a false statement is the last one. Okay. 25. Which category can be used to connect computer screen? So, Budhe, what are the ports you can connect your monitors?
Second one, parallel port, VGA port, HDMI port.
Okay. Do you connect your monitor to the parallel port? So, So what is the color of the parallel port? Do you remember? What is the color of the parallel port? Yes,
Pink color.
pink color. A long port, a little bit longer than the VGA. So VGA we use to connect your computer or your computer screen, and you connect your DVI and the HDMI. So the answer is to the third one. So we connect this. So what is the device you connect for the parallel port? Tell me.
Printer.
Printer. Now we are not using this port either. Now this is not available most of your computers. Right, Chanut? Steve? Okay, Dania? So Bude, there are no parallel port in new computers. But if you see your school, sometimes we can find some old computer, there is a one parallel port in the motherboard. If you see some old motherboards, you can find that. Yes. Okay. Right. So this one we connect the monitor for this. Okay. Which answer shows the order of the ports have been to connect to the mouse computer from the past to present, from the old days for the recent, okay, for the present, how the ports comes.
Serial port,
Yes, serial port,
PS2 port, USB port.
PS2 port, and the USB port. Okay. Okay. 27 is from your computer details. This is some of the information about the one computer. So you can see this one. The device name is called a desktop. The processor is with the Intel Core i3. RAM is put a 8 GB. Those informations are there. Right? So here, which answer shows the main memory capacity and the clock speed?
Third one,
Yes, first one is asking about the what? The main memory capacity put is 8 GB, right? And the processor put is what? 3.7 there. So third one there. And so according to the question, you have to find the answer, because you can see there's another answer in the first one. It's 3.7 gigahertz and 8 GB. So according to the question, you need to find. So there's an order with it. So first they ask in the main memory. So find the main memory first. It's 8 GB. So 8 GB is this one. And the processor is put 3.7. Okay. 28. What type of printer used to print bills issues in the customer from the bank teller machine? So
thermal
you,
printer. Thermal printer.
thermal printers. So we are using thermal printers most of the time. Okay. So that's the one there. Right? Thermal printers. 29. Which of the following statement contains the incorrect statement within? Yes.
Fourth one,
Fourth one. Okay. Any other answers?
Third one.
Third one. Okay. That's all. So here the answer is the second one. Okay. Okay.
Why is that?
So what's the reason? He says read-only memory are volatile memory or non-volatile memory.
What is volatile memory?
Volatile means this one. Now, when you on the computer, everything is loaded to the memory. When you turn off the computer, everything on the memory will erase and it will be empty. So non-volatile means even you shut down the computer, that memory is remaining in that.
Excuse me, sir,
Yeah,
but it has random access memory for the.
yeah. So here is random access. So which statement of the random access memory, buffer in memory, and there's one call given read-only memory. So there are different types of memories given. Are they all are volatile? You can say random access memory is volatile. But with a read-only memory, is it volatile or non-volatile? That is non-volatile. Okay, that's the reason. Okay, the 30th one. Okay, give me 1 minute to take for a while. Okay, 30th one dear. Which category is one that arrange the given storage device in the descending order? So that's why you should know today that each devices and their capacities. What are the storage devices and their capacities also today. So it's asked in descending order means what? Descending order means? Yes, Janu? What does descending order means?
Smaller. Bigger to smaller.
Bigger to smaller.
Bigger to smaller. Yeah. Right? Okay.
First one?
First one. Answer is the first one there. Okay. Right. Good. Right. 31. Which is not an advantage of using a computer technology for production activities in a factory. Now we have discussed this several sections. We have talked about the education, health sector, then the farming, then transportation, entertainment, and the factories or the business. So which is not an advantage using the computer technology for production activities.
Third one.
What does the last one mean?
Last one, the incident.
What does it mean?
The incidence of accidents is very low. So the accidents are, I mean the accident levels. So the mistakes are low in the factories, that's what it is.
What type of mistakes are actually?
Sorry for that.
What type of mistakes are we talking about, sir, actually?
It means, so if you give an instruction, are they giving the correct production?
Hmm.
Or sometimes there can be some wrong things are they doing when they program.
Okay, sir.
What is the disadvantage?
Third one.
Third one.
One.
Third one. So when they are doing the factories, are they reduce the quality or they increase the quality? They keep the quality. They are keeping the quality. So it's a decline. It will drop the quality. When they manufacture, for example, when they manufacture from the machine, when they manufacture from the human, which one is more quality? Tell me.
Vacuuming.
think about it. Now we just say you have a circuit board. Okay, you may have seen all of you may have seen a circuit board, or you may have seen a motherboard. So someone can argue, sir, we also can manufacture motherboards, humans. So there are some factories, they are manufacturing through the machines or the robots. So which one is more quality? When they put in those bout and they are put in circuit, so which one is more quality? A computerized one or human one is more quality?
Human?
Humans. So that if you did the computerized, you can say it's very neat. The quality is higher. Okay. Now, so if you are just think about this way, Pute. Now you are going to repair your car. You are going to repair your vehicle. So if you give it to a mechanic person, or if you give it to a something automated system, which one is more quality? The automated system is more quality. So you have seen, so when they manufacture in the cars, so they are doing everything as the same way, the same level is continued. That's why if you produce 1,000 cars from the Toyota company, so 1,000 cars are the same. No any single mistake. All 1,000 cars are equal. But if you ask to manufacture 1,000 cars for a human, or for a team, are they same? No. So someone may have some small mistakes can be happen. So the quality will not reduce. So it says it's decline the quality, not with it. Keep the quality as it is. It will be not dropping that. Okay. 32. In addition to number, the coding system that can store information related to goods and services are what?
Barcodes?
Barcodes. So we can use the barcodes, or two-dimensional barcodes we can use. So we can use with a two-dimensional barcodes we can use for that. Okay. Okay, look at the 30th one. So here on June 25, 1945, who was the person who presented the concept of the structure form of computers should we have when it's created?
Charles Padding?
Charles Babbage. So Charles Babbage lives in 1940s or
No,
before
no.
that? Is the John von Neumann, right? So is the John von Neumann? That's the person put it. Okay. Then with a scanner used to record patients' brain activity in hospital. Which scanner is that? Now you have some problem in your brain. So how do you scan from that? Brain, we have special machine. I told you in the future there will be some helmets are coming. You can read your mind. So you can communicate with your mind today. Now you are communicating with the mobile phone nowadays. You dial the phone, you dial the Buddhikasa, you dial the Chanut, you dial the Muhammad. So you dial it. But in the future,
EEG.
EEG,
MRI.
MRI, MRI. I used to record patient brain activities. Activities we can use the what is the happening in the brain. Activities we can monitor is by the EEG scanners there. (35) Which is not a storage device that can be used to keep backup copies.
Floppy disk.
floppy disk. What is the reason? Why? Why you are not keeping in the floppy disk?
Low
Reason?
storage.
Low storage and
Temporary or
yeah,
low storage.
and it cannot keep for a long period. Neither. Long period of time. Then the next one today, this one, how many hertz in 1 megahertz? Answer is today the fourth one. Okay. Okay, this one today is about the system. So the block diagram. The block diagram of there. So this block diagram you need to identify. So in your part 2 paper in your schools, they are giving the structure like this. If you take your school papers, your term test papers, you are getting a structure like this. A, B, C, D to name it, to identify. So that's why I told you, when we are discussing that block diagram, this diagram is so important. So many of the times, in your term test, you can see this kind of a question. So they ask in first of all, identify these. And they ask in next, what are the examples for these devices? For example, they ask, write the example for C, like that. Write the example for F. So there you should know, C and F means what? C means input devices, F means output devices. Likewise, when you see the diagram. Okay? So this question asking, what does the D and E represent?
Third one answer.
Yes, Uday?
Main memory and secondary.
Main memory and the secondary memory. Okay? Very good. Right? So that's the way. Right? So that's the one. Right? So the processor. So processor we have the ALU and CU. Like that. Then C and E means, sorry, C and F means C are input, F means output. Like that. Okay? Right. 38. Which of the following memory units is not a temporarily? Temporarily, not a temporary, is non-volatile memory here. Which one is permanent? They are asking which one is the permanent memory. Could they RAM volatile or non-volatile? Could they RAM? RAM is volatile or non-volatile? Just leave on. RAM is volatile. Secondary storage devices, are they volatile or non-volatile? They are permanent. Memory registers, they are temporary, or it will erase. Cache memory, also volatile. So the only non-volatile one is the secondary storage devices like your hard disk, pen drives, CDs are there. So they are the non-volatile. Okay. So non-volatile one is the secondary storage devices. 39. The provision necessary for control the transmission of the data and information between the internet and the computer networks are contained in where? So control the transitions data, information between the internet and the networks are. So it decides what are the files you need to take it, or what are the files you not take to take it. Which one is there to protect your system from the outside? It's in the firewall. It's in the firewall. Okay, 40th one, Which of the following statement regarding transmission media is incorrect? Is the third one here. Okay. So data transmission via radio waves are example for piloted media data transmission. That is the incorrect one. 41 is about today some of the devices. A is a mouse, B is a touchpad, C is external writable DVD drive. Which of the above devices can be used to both input and output?
B and C.
Yes, Budhe? B
B and C.
and C. 42. When considering computer ports, what is the answer that indicates the device that can be connected to the DVI port and the network port respected or in the order? For the DVI port, what is the device you can connect?
Computer screen and network switch.
Yeah, computer screen. For the RJ45 with a network switch. So answer number 2 there. (43) Consider the following statement related to data transmission. Okay, so the transmission mode. So what are transmission mode? There are simplex, half duplex and full duplex. So it's from these
A and B.
A and B. So first one say data transmission. It says data transmission is only one directed is called a unidirectional data transmission. That is correct. One side. A one-way communication, right? Second one, a full duplex data transmission is the faster than a half duplex. That is also correct. Right? Then C, data transmission from the computer to the speaker is called a full duplex. No, it's not a full duplex one. So answer put A and B. 44. In computer networking, which network device transmits the data transmit only to the particular device? So they are not sending to every device. So which one is more intelligent here?
Switch.
Switch.
Switch. Remember that. Switch one is like all is more intelligent. So that's why we are not using now what? Hubs. Earlier we used the hubs, but now we are now changing the hubs into the switches. So most of your school labs or the labs or in the networks, we are now using the switches. So switches give you more features and more intelligence than the hub. That's the reason. Okay, 45 today. So what is this one?
RJ45.
RJ45. Okay, so you all must familiar with these ports and their devices. So you should know the port as well as what are the devices. Sometimes they may ask this one. So you know there's a USB. So USB, we can connect many devices. So you should know what are the devices you can connect to USB port. Okay. 46. What is the medium that transmits data based on the light? Consider the pair of the conductive cables. Yes? It's travel to the light. Which media is that? Is that radio waves, fiber optics, coaxial or twisted pair?
Fiber optic.
Fiber optics. That's why it's faster. So, there is this made by the glass. If you take that one, if you remove that one, sir, a kind of a bundle of cables are going through the fiber line. So I told you this is connected by the C. So all our internet goes through under the C. There's a called CMeV cable. There's a cable called CMeV cable. So the Sri Lankan company on the CMEV cable is the Sri Lanka Telecom. So there are two ports. So two centers are there. One is in the Matara, and the other one is in the near the Mount Lavinia or in the Colombo. Near the Colombo, you know the Mount Lavinia. So in the Mount Lavinia, there is the one hub. So there's a hub there. So from that hub, all the internet connection come to our Sri Lanka. So they are the backbone. So the backbone of the fiber line of Sri Lanka is belong to the Sri Lanka Telecom. So they are the people, they are the company who maintain the fiber line. So other companies, they are getting the service from the Sri Lankan Telecom. So the main service provider which connect to the network to the world is the Sri Lanka Telecom there. Okay, keep it in mind. 47. Which is not an advantage of computer networking, Putte? Is not an advantage. Is it difficult for sharing the files? No. It is easy for sharing the files. Difficulty in sharing files? No, but it's easy for sharing the files. Okay. Okay, this is you can see a kind of a network topology. You can see a network topology diagram used in the computer networking shown below. What is the kind of topology here is this? Yes?
Star topology.
This is star topology. Then, so you can see there are these. What's that? So the question is not an advantage of this. It is not an advantage of this topology.
Second one.
Second one. So more cables are required because each device is connected to a separate network. Okay, 49. Which of the following is a device that is not used for computer networking? So we are not. Yes.
Printer.
We don't use the printer. Right? So we don't use the printer to connect the network. To make the network, we don't need that. Right? The last one. So the world's first computer was created using a punch card concept introduced by the Joseph Jacquard. What is that device?
First one.
No, not that one.
Analytics engine.
Analytical engine by the Charles Babbage. So he took the concept from him and then he developed the analytical engine and he has become the what? Father of the computer. You know the Charles Babbage. So Charles Babbage invented two machines. One is called analytical engine. The other device is called the difference engine. Both are developed by that. And today, do you know who's the first programmer in the world? Girls, do you know? It's a woman. Who's that first programmer in the world, my dear?
Madam Ada Costa.
Yeah, Ada Augusta, or we call Lady Ada. Lady Ada or Lady Ada Augusta. So we consider as she is the first programmer. She also works under the Charles Babbage. She is the person who writes those programs for the Charles Babbage to his analytical engine. So that's a kind of a relationship. There's a connection between the Charles Babbage and the Lady Ada. So she is very good at mathematics and she helped the Charles Babbage to make his analytical engine. And then he has become the father of the computer, and we consider the Lady Ada, the Ada Augusta today, as she is the first programmer in the world. Right? So those are the ones. Okay? Right? So this is the end of the paper. So I hope you have answers in the paper well. Right, my dear? So we will see you all next week with the new term lesson. So until then we meet you all again. today, and we will see you all next week. Okay, goodbye and see you next time. Good night with everyone. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Right,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Night.
Good night.